Well, good morning, it's Jono Break here from Forge Leader, and I'm being a little quiet today because I'm sitting in the lounge at Greenville Airport in South Carolina on my way to the Philippines, which is going to be a fun trip. Anyway, I really wanted to talk to you today about, we're doing this theme on coaching, what it is, what it isn't. And today's myth is that as a coach, I've got to have all the answers. Now, I've been a coach for a long time, and I can tell you I don't have all the answers. I don't want to have all the answers. I want, some of that is when I don't have an answer for a client, it's a great place to ask questions and to really start to understand where they're at. So what happens is if I have all the answers, okay, or if I want to have all the answers, so I'm not going to make a move until I do. Well, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of things going on, and so, if I feel like I have all the answers, some people say, never be the smartest person in the room. As a coach, I always keep that posture. I'm not the smartest person in the room. In fact, often the person sitting across the table from me knows more about their business. They know more about the space they're in. They certainly know more about themselves than I do. And so that's, you're always keeping that. So even when I'm a leader and I'm leading and I'm coaching my team members, I need to be able to have a posture that allows them to open up, that allows them to connect with the conversation. I need to be in a space where I can ask good questions, not necessarily lead them to the answer that I want, but to help them unpack the answers that they need to get. So just something to think about today. Often, when we get into this coaching space, it's all about knowing the most stuff. Coaches don't know the most stuff. Coaches know how to ask great questions. They know how to pull things out of people that they don't even realize sometimes that they've got inside of them. And so when we feel like we just got to know everything, I've got to know all about my client business, well, I'm never going to be able to serve the diversity of clients that I do. And over the last 15 to 20 years of being a coach and a marketer, or 25 years, or 30 years now, I'm getting old, then, I've realized that I don't need to know all this stuff. I don't. I need to know enough to be able to speak the language of my clients. I need to be able to know enough to be able to ask great questions. Now, at the end of the day, something I do know a lot about is how the mindsets work, how people lead, what process looks like, business strategy. It's surprisingly universal across the world. So I don't need to know everything to be able to coach and guide my clients well. So that's just something to think about today. Just because I'm coaching does not mean I need to know everything. That's a myth checked today. I'm Jono Break. As always, enjoy the journey.